Hi Fiona, this is Randy. Thank you so much for your piece. I really enjoyed watching it. I love the choice of music. I wasn't expecting that. I love the camera opening angles, and I love that. Hi Fiona, this is Randy. Thank you so much for your submission. I really enjoyed your piece. I loved the choice of music. I was actually very surprised. And I loved it. So thank you for that surprise. And I loved the opening camera angles. I thought it was really interesting. I thought it was interesting that I actually couldn't see all of the choreography. It was giving me a mood and a vibe to get things started. So I really enjoyed that. I love the floor work, and I love that you did it all together. The one thing I will say about any floor work is you really, even more so, you have to think lift up to go down so that it never feels weighted, it never feels heavy or labored. Even when you do that fan on the floor, I love that. I actually haven't seen it before on the ice. So, and it can be tricky to stay lifted even when you're on the floor, but it should never feel like you're rolling around. It's still very placed with tight knees from the back. I liked the shot of the footwork. Make sure that, especially because you were highlighting that it's sitting right in the pocket. Boom, ba-da-ba. If anything, you're a little bit late, because then it makes me feel more, like me as an audience, I feel more relaxed when you're sitting in the pocket. Whenever you're early in the music, it makes me, the audience, feel very anxious. And sometimes we don't know why. It's because the musicality is off. So really sit, bum, ba-da-ga. Yeah, right in that pocket. Let me just look over my notes. I love the knee drag pull, like with all three of you. I thought that was super cool. I haven't seen that. I loved it. Great musicality when the goom, ga, ga, that part. I loved it, and also I wanted you to even push it further. So instead of it being so controlled loose, boom, ga, ga, like really throw it away and get loose. I think you do that again at the end, and same thing. When everything is so structured and then you really let loose, it makes the dynamic of your whole piece that much bigger. Whereas opposed you stay within this little tight and loose. I want to see tight and loose. I want to see how contrasted you can make the piece as a whole. Yeah, just play with that pocket a little bit more, especially when you're gliding and doing what you would call like a regular step sequence with this music, because boom, ga-da, ga, 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 ga. So play around with how can you manipulate the timing of the steps to make a regular skating step really fit within that music. Then as I'm watching it, it's like, oh, this was choreographed specifically for this music, not I'm just taking another sequence of steps and putting it to any music. It makes it very specific. Then the last thing I would say about the emotions, I don't know that I really understood. Was it supposed to be 3 separate emotions? Did you start with different emotions and end with different emotions? I think that's the only thing I was a little confused about. In working through portraying emotion, what I would say is make sure that you're really focused on what your eyes are doing. So I can be smiling, but then if my eyes are wandering, I don't, as an audience member, I don't believe what someone is telling me, as opposed to I'm looking there, or my eyes are looking there. So for example, if I'm looking here, but my eyes are wandering, I'm exaggerating, it should be on a QVC commercial. Okay, but my point is, I want you to make sure that if I'm looking there, my eyeballs are driving. If I'm up there, my eyeballs are driving. Or if I'm I'm smiling right to you. Yeah, so just being really specific with those different emotions and what you're really trying to get across. A lot of it comes from the eyes and the eyebrows. So overall, really great job, and I hope that you have found this helpful. Thank you.